and then use my thumb to pry the egg apart. Excuse me. If that doesn't work for you, you can always just use two hands, okay? So crack, and then just use your two hands to pull the egg apart. And the reason I like to crack the eggs into a little cup is in case I get any shell or something in there, I can pick that out. So I got our two eggs right there. Throw away my shell. Okay. All right, now, next step. Let me just tilt that down a little bit. Okay. Next step is cutting our chicken and our shrimp. So I've got my shrimp here. Okay. I'm just going to put the bag there for now. So we need to take our shrimp and peel them. They've already been deveined, so I'm just taking, and just like with some of the previous lessons we have done, depending on rotation. But I just peel the shrimp, pull from the tail. So again, there's a little split down the center, so just pull it apart. And I'm just throwing the shells in my sink for now. All right. There's another one. Another. Now I do save my shrimp shells. I throw them in the freezer, and when I get enough of them, I make a little shrimp broth that I can use to make soups and such with. So I do not discard my shells. All right, now I'm just going to wipe off my hands. Save the shrimp shells. And I want to cut these in half or into chunks. You know, you can certainly cut, into several pieces going across this way. I like to cut them in half lengthwise, just like this. Okay, so I have two pieces of shrimp that are nice and skinny. So there and there. Okay. Whatever you do, just make sure that they're consistent. Meaning, if you cut them all in half, make sure that they're all cut in half. You cut them into little chunks, make sure that they're all cut into little chunks. But this will be just fine for me. All right. All right. There we go. Always, again, be very careful when handling a knife. So there I've got my shrimp. Okay, my shrimp are done. Wash my hands. Okay. I also want to wash my knife. Sanitizer. Alright, the last thing is I do want to wash my board off a little. It also had the raw shrimp on it. Gotta wipe and clean. Okay. And then I use Purell surface sanitizer, so I'm going to spray a little bit of that on there. Before I do my chicken. I also have my oil and my soy sauce that I know I will need as well too. Okay, so now I have my last item, which is my chicken breast. And I'm just going to go ahead and place that right on the board. Okay, got my little container. All right. So as you can see, there's a little bit of fat, okay, around the exterior. So I'm going to trim that away. Okay, I'm just going to place it in my sink for now. Okay, all right. Now, I'm not going to use this whole chicken breast. I'm going to save half of this chicken breast for the lo mein. So I'm just going to cut it in half. Okay, and I'm just going to save half of it. The other half, I'm just going to go ahead and thinly slice. So just starting from the tail end, I got my knife at a slight angle, and I'm just going to slice thin little pieces of chicken off. Pardon my dog in the background, Pumpkin. Pumpkin, I'm filming. Don't interrupt your dad. So there's my nice thin slices. Again, consistency, everybody. That's what we're looking for. Just be consistent. Nice and thin. Okay. As well, too, I guess I could have certainly saved a little bit of the shrimp for lo mein. So this chicken, there we go. I'm going to save this for later. So I'm going to put that back in my refrigerator. Get rid of my chicken. And then bring that cup back, and I'm going to place my chicken in my cup. All right. That covers our mise en place. All right. So I'll leave that for cleaning up later. Now let me reposition the camera. And it's been 24 minutes, so let's check our rice. There we go. So what I was talking about is if I tilt it up, okay, I'm going to look for water to start to accumulate right there. Well, I don't see any. So that rice is done. It does need to sit, so I'm going to turn off my heat. Pardon my reach, okay. Turn off my heat. I'm going to cover, okay. I'm going to set it off to the side. And it's going to sit for 4 minutes. I'm going to let it sit for 4. So I'm going to just set a quick little timer for 4 minutes. And then I will remove the lid and transfer it onto a platter. So now we're getting real close at this point. We have our chicken. We have our shrimp. I've chosen to add mushrooms to mine. I have my onions, I have my carrots, my scallion or green onion, my 2 eggs as well too, my rice, cooking oil, and soy sauce for flavor. Certainly if you felt you like garlic, you could add a little bit of minced garlic to it, but I'm just going to leave the garlic out of this one, but certainly that is also an option. And I'd probably just do no more than one. So I'm going to take a moment. I'm going to turn off the camera, get myself a little situated and organized, and then when we get back, I'll go ahead and I will start the fried rice demo itself.